What's good, fam? It's your boy Greg, one half of the co-pilots. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel. In the world of football, the NFL, we already know, man, Aaron to the Pittsburgh Steelers, man. I just can't get my take on it. Let's talk about it. My personal opinion is this right here, right? I think first I'm gonna start by saying I think Pittsburgh is probably, I would say, they the best franchise. You get what I'm saying when you look at front office talent. And everything to be considered. So I really had, I can't say nothing bad about the Pittsburgh Steelers, but I think with dealing with this situation, when it ties in with the fan base and everything like that, I think what the front office did, they created a situation where you're gonna have to have the fans get more irritated with Mike Tomlin, and if this doesn't plays out. You get what I'm saying? And I think this is the type of situation that ownership is creating, not intentionally, but I think this is what, if it doesn't play out how Pittsburgh Steelers fans would like it to play out, this is going to be the end result. You get what I'm saying? And I think that it's going to be unfortunate for Mike Tomlin, which we already know is a good coach, but we know after the last couple of years, Steelers fans has been impatient with Mike Tomlin. But we know that it's a lot of fan bases like, here, if you don't want them, bring them to me, we'll take them. You get what I'm saying? Especially like organizations like Wild Jaguars. You get what I'm saying? We'll take a coach like Mike Tomlin any day of the week. But I think that, like I say, man, we know that with the Steelers franchise, man, the last couple of years, unfortunately, the quarterback position hasn't panned out. You get what I'm saying? When you look at players like Kenny Pickett, when you look at Mitch Trubisky, when you try to bring him in, last season with Justin Fields and Russell Wilson, which they still made the playoff, but let's be honest, this wasn't a team you looked at as like saying that they can make a good run in the postseason. We looked at them that they could be a good team, but at the same time, I think this right here, right? I think that you should allow some time to, if you're going to have Russell Wilson or Justin Fields, allow them to develop in that system. Allow them to grow with the receivers and things of that nature. You get what I'm saying? Switching a quarterback up every year, I don't think it helped the situation even more. Now, looking at a quarterback like A-Rod, on the low, A-Rod, by the numbers, had a great season. You get what I'm saying? I think like 28 touchdowns and I forgot the number of interceptions, but the touchdown to interception ratio was above average. So you look at the team and everything, it just didn't pan out with the Jets, for whatever reason. You can look at coaching, you can look at chemistry with the players and things of that nature. Is A-Rod the same quarterback he was 5-6 seasons ago? No, you get what I'm saying? And the reason why I would say, because you're not going to see him as mobile as he used to be, which was a big part of his arsenal. But I will say this, when you look at far as QB mechanics and IQ, I think A-Rod still has it. You get what I'm saying? But like I say, man, do I think A-Rod still could be a good quarterback at 40 in the right system where he's allowed to manage the ball and everything like that? Possibly. It's always a possibility. And I think that a lot of times we look at, unfortunately for him, people are going to look at what Tom Brady was able to accomplish at 40. You get what I'm saying? And look at him, which we already know that A-Rod was just as talented as Tom Brady. Some would say even better. Me, myself, I would. You get what I'm saying? But you have to look at this here. When Tom Brady was 40, he went to Tampa, and we already know prior to him going to Tampa, that last season in New England, Tom Brady looked like it was about time for him to retire. But going into Tampa, he had one of the best receiving corps assembled. I would say the best, with Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, and AB. And all three, possibly Hall of Famers. Then you had a run game, in the backfield. Then, they made sure that the offensive line was established. I think this team had everything from top to bottom outside of a good secondary. We know the pass rush was elite. They front seven was, something to be reckoned with. Not saying it was the same secondary they had back in the day with Warren Sapp and those guys, but they front sevens was something to be reckoned with. You get what I'm saying? So Tom Brady was put in a great position where he had to manage the game or whatnot. You get what I'm saying? And anybody know Tom Brady, that was back to his original form. He come from being a game manager in his early years with the New England Patriots. We look at A-Rod on the other hand, you know, he's always been a gunslinger. So you have to ask yourself, like, is he able to manage the ball or whatnot? You get what I'm saying? And so, like I say, man, I think that the ownership, the front office created a situation for fans to be upset with Mike Tomlin if this doesn't play out. You get what I'm saying? So I think it's crazy. You know, you look at it like you doing everything to try to put him in the best position possible, and it's understandable. You get what I'm saying? You have to ask yourself what other options you're going to choose from. I probably would have gave Justin Fields another year. You get what I'm saying? Because I don't think it's over for him. We knew that he was going to be those guys that is going to take him a while to develop, and I think that he probably should have got another year. But like I say, man, I see this situation both ways. You know, I don't see a whole gang of success with this situation. I see best case scenario, they make the playoffs again. Worst case scenario, I see that it's going to be a situation where Steelers fans are going to want to see Mike Tomlin out of the door. So, man, y'all tell me what y'all think, man. Y'all hit me up in the comment section, man. This your boy Greg, one half of the co-pilot. I'm out.